Way back when, I was a junior in college at Alabama and playing baseball, and I worked some intramural basketball, $3 a game, big $3 a game, 1966, 67, Foster Auditorium. And we had the fraternities and, again, the intramurals. And we worked at Foster, the side courts. We would go back and forth, probably 4 or 5 games going on at one time. But that's became my love at that point. I worked basketball and worked some softball also. I don't know if there's one memorable, because they all were very, very memorable at the time, and still are. Probably the USA basketball event that was the Olympic Festival in Los Angeles for a week in 1991, I believe. Officials throughout the country were at this week-long event, and it had the upcoming basketball officials and also the players that were upcoming going to the next 4-year Olympics. It was called the Olympic Festival, and it was a great time, very memorable. I guess the years that I put in, also the camaraderie of all the guys that you work with. Oh, there are so many people, fellow officials, not only from the high school level to the college level. I can use C.M. Newton, who was a professor when I was at Alabama, and basketball coach after Coach Riley. He was in the SEC office when I went to him. And I said, Coach, how can I move up in officiating? And he kind of laughed, and he said, you have to master your craft. Go to the highest level in high school, go to your highest level in junior college, Division III, Division II, and then once you get to that point, you will be considered. Well, he was a supervisor of officials, and ironically, he left that position and went on to coach in Vanderbilt as a basketball coach after he had left Alabama and then the SEC office. But it was very funny when I walked on the floor and Coach Newton was coaching at Vanderbilt, and I walked up to him the first time I worked at Vanderbilt, and sure enough, I said, Coach, I made it. You gave me a lot of good advice back then, and hopefully I can continue. My family is the greatest honor I've ever had, being a father, and most recently, this will be aired in August, but most recently Father's Day this past weekend. My wife has been tremendous. My 4 children are just fantastic. When they were growing up, I would leave every weekend or middle of the week. I didn't get to see their basketball games, or I didn't get to see their Little League games. I was that hurt at the particular time, and it's still, I remember it very, very well. But they were very supportive, everyone. I would occasionally take my daughter and also my 2 sons, and we would attend some games, and they got to sit good seats and press row and stay in a nice hotel, and we just had a lot of fun with it. Be true to yourself. After a game at night, you wake up the next morning, you got to shave. Look in the mirror and say, did I do the best I could? Was I fair? The integrity part of it. Don't get in it for the money, because it doesn't, at this point in time, at the highest level, yeah, it pays pretty good at the highest level. We thought we were making big money 30 years ago, but now it's even better. But again, I think I used the same answer earlier. Keep your mouth closed, learn from your older veteran officials, keep your ears open, and you will be successful. Don't do it as as just a halfway. If you're going to do something, do it right. No doubt, this has got to be the greatest reward or honor to be selected by a committee and by your peers. There are so many well-deserved people below or above me that should have been considered. I feel they should have been considered, and it's a definite honor to be selected for this particular achievement.